This is somewhat of a spontaneous Birdbrain rant. I really wasn't planning on doing anything right away. In fact, I was planning on, methodically structured doing my various rants on topics and so on and so forth. I've already done one, the introductory rant, whatever it was I called it, I forget right now. But anyway, by the way, that's Rainbow, my pet parrot. He's the real Birdbrain, well, in my opinion. Wow. Anyway, I want to chime in on this McChrystal issue with Obama and the Rolling Stone article. And the reason I do is I'm just beside myself. I'm listening to the discourse, listening to what's being discussed, whether he should be fired, how incompetent Obama and his administration is, etc., etc. There's a lot to be said about all that, and certainly what he did is insubordination is not appropriate. The question is, why did he do it? And you could go back and forth on that. Let's just say that all of that stuff is hearsay. That it's his opinion that there's incompetence there, and it could be either accurate or it could be simply just the rant of a egotistical general or whatever. Let's just wipe it off the table for the time being, please. Because for me, the striking, extraordinarily important issue that I do not hear being discussed is that in the article he mentions his visit to the White House some time ago. If you recall, when he asked for more troops in Afghanistan, Obama spent 90 days thinking about it, 90 days contemplating on how to address the issue, which, I interpreted as a responsible president who realizes the importance of his decision, realizes it could mean lives, etc., etc. Now, just as a little background, I'm not a conservative. I'm not a liberal. I'm a political atheist. I voted for Ralph Nader, for Christ's sake. So, and I had plenty to complain about when Bush was in office. But what I find strikingly inappropriate and shocking is that in his interview, McChrystal mentions that his visit in the White House was nothing more than a photo op, and that President Obama wasn't interested in talking to him, pulling him to the side and getting his deeper opinion and thoughts about the war, what we're doing there, how we should be prosecuting the war. He wasn't interested in that at all. It was simply a photo op. Now, I gotta believe that anybody watching this video, that if you were the person that was going to decide on the fate of our sons and daughters that are involved in prosecuting a war, getting into harm's way, that the guy you chose, now this McChrystal wasn't a Bush crony. It was the guy that Obama decided to prosecute the war on behalf of the United States of America in Afghanistan. If that guy comes to the White House, comes into, you're gonna, if you have any passion and any concern about the direction of that campaign and the lives of the soldiers involved, I've got to believe that you would, if your head guy is there, you're going to want to sit down and talk to him and ask questions, and you're going to want to know his opinion about what's going on. how are we doing, etc., etc. And to find out that it was merely a photo op and that the president wasn't even prepared for the visit. I really don't know how to take this, honestly. It's just shocking. It's offensive. It's, I don't know. And especially after, I try to be objective. I try to watch, and again, I've had plenty of problems with his predecessor, Bush. But, his vapid remarks on the Gulf spill, I just shook my head. What? When he said, passionately said how British Petroleum is going to pay for all the damage, and we're going to fix it, and we're going to clean it up, and when we're done, it's going to be better than it was before the spill. What? How? Exxon Valdez disaster was 20 some odd years ago, and they're still struggling up there. So how is it that this disaster that's still going on, that you can get up and say that not only are you going to fix it right away, but you're going to make it better than it was before it happened? Okay, how? And just leave it at that and then go play golf? Maybe I'm just an old cynical bastard. I don't know, but I'm not a happy American right now. I was embarrassed under the Bush administration. I was embarrassed with Katrina and the way FEMA handled that disaster. What a joke. But now to hear how Obama treated McChrystal's visit in the White House as a photo op? Man, oh man. I don't know. I'll feel better in the morning, I guess. I don't know about rainbow. But I just had to chime in on this. So hopefully it recorded